Good evening, everyone. Before we have our public hearing this evening, it is my honor and my privilege to have a brief ceremony to recognize what I think is a first of many opportunities, I believe, to build a friendship between our village here in Mineola, specifically our volunteer fire department, and the volunteer fire department of ESTARREJA, Portugal, as well as with the city of ESTARREJA, Portugal. About 6 months ago, I was approached by a friend, a family friend of mine in Portugal, who wanted to introduce me to the chief of the department of the volunteer firefighters of ESTARREJA. And when I was in Portugal, I did just that. We met and we hit it off. And at that moment, we had this idea that we would like to have this exchange program where the firefighters from Portugal would come here, spend some time with our fire department, perhaps train with them, share some ideas, some impressions, and then we would reciprocate, and our fire department would eventually go to Portugal and do the same there. Well, this week we are having the first phase of that conversation come to fruition, and that is that we have a delegation, a visiting delegation here from the Volunteer Fire Department of ESTARREJA, Portugal, which is about 250 kilometers north of Lisbon, about 50 or 60 kilometers south of Porto on the coast of Portugal. We have with us here as well the mayor of the city of ESTARREJA, and I will introduce them later, but first I'm going to ask that our chief of department, Domingos Pepe Magalhães, and our advisor to the junior fire department, Mr. Gary Mazer, please come up to make a presentation to our guests.
Remember not to curse. Come on, Gary. So Paul speaks of honor of this partnership happening. It is a bigger honor for me since I am the first chief of the fire department of Mineola who was born in Portugal. So to me, this is an even bigger honor and accomplishment for myself, and just to do this with you guys. So I'm not a very good public speaker, as we all know. I'm going to try my best, but it's my honor and the fire department's honor to present to you guys on behalf of the fire department and the junior fire department this plaque commemorating the partnership of both fire departments and the villages of ESTARREJA and Mineola. So the chief and the mayor. Welcome, Dad. Hope your Portuguese is good. Mine's not good.
My Portuguese is good. My English sounds pretty good.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Gary,
Come to the mic, Aaron.
They usually can hear me. I'm usually yelling at everybody. On behalf of the other advisors that we have, our warden, Mark Swenson, Warden Anthony Natal, our ex-captain, Danny Maglianz over there, and the other ones, Warden Jack Fernandez. It's a great program, and as you can see, our baby chief, Michael Fernandez, was a junior lieutenant, a captain, and he's moved up the ladder now to be running the department in a couple of years. We also have 3 other junior officers. Unfortunately, they're a little late getting here because I made a little mistake here and there, but I think it's going to be a great program. Doing the exchange, we've done it with Germany before, and it's very exciting to do it with Portugal, especially since it's the mayor's hometown, and it's a small area, so we're very excited about it. And I missed our fire department administrator, who's also a junior advisor, Dennis McCann. So I thank you for coming, and we look forward to a great partnership and a real adventure, training with you guys and visiting Portugal. Thank you.
So I would like to just introduce our guests and have them just perhaps stand up and be recognized. You know, the irony here is, as Gary said, this is my hometown. It's my birthplace. It's where my parents lived. It's where my mother lives now. So it's very special and it's very personal to me. Because the fire department there, specifically in ESTARREJA, but also all over Portugal, as are some here, ours happens not to be, are very tied to the emergency services and ambulance. And my parents have benefited tremendously for many, many years from the service that the fire department in ESTARREJA has provided them, taking them to doctor's appointments, taking them wherever they needed to go, checking in on them, and that, for me and my brothers, obviously, we cannot thank them enough for doing that over these years. The irony is, as Chief mentioned, he's the first chief of department that was born in Portugal or outside of the United States to serve as chief, and I'm the first mayor of the village of Minhola born in Portugal. The irony is that the mayor of ESTARREJA was born in the United States. He was born in Yonkers, and he moved back to Portugal when he was about 10 years old, and I was born in Portugal, in ESTARREJA, and I moved to the United States about when I was 10 years old in 1981. He moved back in 1981. We're the same age, and it's ironic that he is the mayor of a Portuguese city as an American citizen, born in the United States, and I'm the mayor of an American village as an American citizen, but also a native-born Portuguese citizen. So it's my honor and privilege to have the mayor of ESTARREJA here with us, kind of tagging along with the chief. So that is Mayor Diamantino Sabina is here from ESTARREJA, and he'll say a few words in a little bit. And the gentleman who kind of got it all started, we have with us here the chief of the department of the volunteer firefighters of ESTARREJA, Chief Joaquim Rebelo. We also have the president of the Association of the Volunteers of ESTARREJA, Dr. Marco Braga. We have the vice president of the Association of the BOMBEIROS Voluntários de ESTARREJA, Senhora Milcar Pereira. And we have the adjunct to the chief of the department, Ricardo Silva. And we also have with us here today the president of the VOLUNTARIOS Philanthropic Association. VOLUNTARIOS is the small hamlet where I'm from, and he is the contact person that got me in contact with the chief of the department. And so he's here in his capacity as president of the VOLUNTARIOS Philanthropic Association, Mr. Antonio Germano. And so it's great that over a lunch we could all talk about doing this. That's the easy part. The hard part is then carrying it out. You know, the saying it and then making it happen are two very different things, and I have a lot of people to thank for that. So first of all, the entire Minhola Fire Department for agreeing to do this now with the senior firefighters, and then to do the junior firefighter exchange perhaps next year. So, of course, the entire fire department, the chief's office, we met starting back in the early summer discussing this, so thank you, chief, all the chiefs. Of course, Dennis McCann, goes without saying that Dennis deserves a big hand, so thank you, Dennis, you've done a lot for this. Dennis and I drove yesterday to Newark Airport to pick up our friends from Portugal, then we drove back, and he's kind of been the point person. I would also like to thank firefighter Arlindo Cunha, who is hosting one of our guests. So thank you, Mr. Cunha. Because I didn't make that clear, they're being hosted by our firefighters and local families. So it's to get the full feeling. I'd also like to thank firefighter Danny Magalhães and his family for hosting as well. My brother is also hosting as well, so he's right there, so thank you to him. And my wife for allowing me to host the mayor as well. And my daughter, who's giving up her room. The village clerk's office, Clerk Brian Rivera, Deputy Clerk Linda Pardo, and my assistant Daisy Sirachi. So thank you to everyone, because I have the ideas. All the hard work is put in by those people that organize, that make the phone calls, that make it happen. So today we had a great day. This is the end of our first day. Today we had a visit to the fire department company, the headquarters, Company 3, our neighboring Garden City Fire Department, the 911 call center, and Firecom, just to mention a few things. So it was a lot of fun. So I would invite the village board to please come up to join me up here. I would like to make a special presentation starting with the mayor, and it is my hope that this is the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship, Mayor, between our village and your city. We have a lot of similarities, and I know that sometimes we take it for granted, but I think I'm not speaking out of turn when I say that our guests today were very, very impressed, not only with our headquarters and our fire apparatus, but with our village. And sometimes we take it for granted. It is a beautiful village, and I certainly know that ESTARREJA is a beautiful city, and that when we get to send our firefighters there, they're going to enjoy it. So it's nice to hear from someone outside that it's very clean, it's beautiful, well-maintained, and they were really impressed, not just with our new fire department, but with the village as a whole. So that is nice to hear, okay? So I'd invite Mayor Sabina, please come on up. And Mayor, sure. On behalf of the village of Mineola, I know that we're going to see each other quite frequently. The mayor's actually in his last term, so mayors are term limited in Portugal to 3 terms. He's in his 3rd term, but we got him for 2 more years?
At least, well, I hope so.
Yes, for two more years. So, Mayor, this is, I hope that you will display this in Village Hall in ESTARREJA with great pride. The highest honor that we can ever bestow on anyone here in the village on behalf of the 21,000 residents of the village is a key to the city for you to please take and display proudly. Thank you. Thank you. We'll go out front here.
You could get in front of the podium.
You could just slide it
You
over.
want or come in front of the podium? Excuse me, guys, I'm sorry. All right, great, thank you.
Okay, and now I would ask Chief Rebelo to please come up. So to put it in perspective, our village is 2 square miles. The territory that this volunteer fire department protects is 42 square kilometers, so that's about 30 square miles. Forests, houses, apartments, and a large industrial area, so they have their hands full. About 80% of their members are volunteers, and about 20% are paid firefighters. So, and they are all led by Chief Rebelo. He doesn't need a key because firefighters break down doors. So instead of giving a key to the fire service in ESTARREJA, we will proudly present you with this coin. And I would ask everyone else to come up here. Mayor.
You want everybody?
Yeah.
Mary, do you want the chiefs also?
Oh, yeah, you know what? Jeff, maybe.
I'll just stand in the back.
Yeah. No.
I'll just stand in the back.
No, you get in the middle. Yeah. Get in the middle. Okay, and so this is a brief ceremony. On Saturday, we're going to have a fundraiser at a local catering hall for our visiting delegation, where we will present them with more stuff, but we just wanted to recognize them on behalf of the village and welcome them to Mineola, and we're looking forward to a great week ahead. We got some training going on, and we are going to do some great things, have some fun along the way, but I think just even today, sharing impressions, talking to the firefighters, there's going to be a lot that will be learned. The chief is not comfortable in speaking English, but the mayor, who was born in Yonkers, is very comfortable speaking English, so I'm going to invite the mayor to please come up, say a few words, tell us a little bit about ESTARREJA and about the fire service as well. Thank you, Mayor. Mayor Sabina.
Good afternoon. It is a privilege for me, believe me, to be here in Mineola, invited by the mayor, and to have this warm welcome from all of you. I've been, driving around with the mayor, and I went to his school. I went to see, some of the most beautiful spots in Mineola, and of course, it is absolutely true, and I speak it from the heart. It's a very beautiful town. It's very clean. It's very nice. Urban-wise, it's very well drawn. It's very easy to the eyes. Beautiful houses, beautiful housing. You have a hospital, you have schools, you have everything you need to live in comfort and the very best way, and live the American way. I didn't have that chance. I was 10 years old when I went to Portugal because my mother, like any other immigrant, wanted to build her house in Portugal and go back. So that's what happened. I was raised all right, I guess. I became a lawyer, and then somehow I didn't choose politics. Politics chose me. And I became a mayor. And just like Paul said, something, happened here, the galaxies are like, and they made this guy come over here, and they made me go on the other side, and we were mayors, and we found out about this like last year, and so we met last year, and things started to develop. Why not start thinking about a twinning between towns? Why not help out our fire departments? Because we're very committed on building a new practicing camp, and it's pretty well, it's almost done. And Paul had this very, very good idea of having a fundraiser here in Mineola, and I'm very happy. And I told him I'd be here with the fire department, of course, and I would really love to be here at that time. So that's why I'm here, and. It's been fun. I'm sure it's going to be a great week. I'm sure the people of Mineola are going to help us in ESTARREJA to fund the rest of what we need to make this practicing camp. And, thank you very much for that. I'm very, very appreciate it. I really appreciate the help that Paul and everybody else here in Mineola are giving us in ESTARREJA. Thank you very much. Call the mayor. I'm not going to give you the key yet. But I know you're a history teacher. Oh, I didn't say, but today I gave classes with the teacher, not the mayor, Teacher Paul Pereira, at the high school. It was very nice. Yeah, he was. We were in a government class and Portuguese class. So the second one I was pretty good. The first one. This is actually, we had this done like a couple of years ago, and it's the fural. This actually is like the facsimile of the
Charter.
It's a charter,
Right.
that gives us like, it says that ESTARREJA is a town, and it's from 1519, okay? That's when ESTARREJA became ESTARREJA. So it has a special dedication from the mayor of ESTARREJA to you. This is for your office. And there's a little something else. This is a numbered plate of Eggers Muniz. Okay, Eggers Muniz was a very famous medical doctor. He was a doctor. And he invented, well, it's not, you know, people sometimes mistake him for lobotomy.
Right.
He was not the father of lobotomy. He was the father of the leucotomy, it's different. And also the angiography. Angiography is still used over 90 years after it was invented by neurosurgeons today. He invented it, he's from our hometown, and he was one of Portugal's Nobel Prizes. So that's for you. That's when it was 90 years after his death, or actually after he invented the angiography. Okay, that's for your office too.
You want to take a picture with the VOLUNTÁRIOS?
Yeah.
Take this out.
Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome, sir. And for the fire chief, if you don't mind. We also have a flag of our town, our city, ESTARREJA. And I think Paul has this one. I don't know if he did. I wasn't sure, so I didn't bring it. It's silver. This is from our town, ESTARREJA, so it's a plaque. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, another picture.
6:30. Get out of it.
What's 6:30?
Thank you, Mayor. And as you mentioned, you know, Mineola's founded in 1906. ESTARREJA was founded in 1519. The United States didn't exist, obviously, and actually Jamestown, I believe, was in 1507. So that's how long ESTARREJA has been around. It is a beautiful place, and I'm looking forward to our fire department delegation getting to visit in 2024. I would also like to recognize that we have State Senator Jack Martins here as well, who's himself from Portugal. His family is from the second most beautiful place in Portugal, the north of Portugal. And with that, I'm just going to say, if you see our brother firefighters and mayor around town this week, please say hello and give them a great Mineola welcome. Thank you again. Enjoy your stay. I know that you will. You're in good hands with our chief and our fire department. I'd also like to recognize that we had a couple more of our officers from the junior fire department come in. The junior fire department is very, very vibrant. I actually think that many of our chiefs recently have come through the ranks of the juniors, so it's obviously a great feeder system. We were talking today about how difficult it is to get volunteers, both in Portugal and here. We have the same struggles because it takes a special kind of person to be able to do this and to do it just out of the kindness of their heart. So whether you're a firefighter in the United States, in Mineola, or in Portugal, in ESTARREJA, it obviously means and says a whole lot about your character. So we want to thank everyone who's a firefighter on either side of the Atlantic for their service and for keeping our community safe, regardless of what the equipment is, what the language is. The risk is the same, the dedication is the same, and that sense of volunteerism and community is the same. So we speak the same language when it comes to that, and that's why I thought it would be a great opportunity to bring these two fire departments together. I do have for our guests, and I'm not going to put it on them, but we have something that's, we're not 600 years old, but we do have something here that is very unique to Mineola. It doesn't exist anywhere else, and this is a pin that has the Portuguese flag, and it has the Mineola flag. So you can't get those anywhere else but here. You can't get these at the Feira in Estarreja. It has to be here, and we have this for our Irish community. We just did something for our Italian-American community here, so we pride ourselves on diversity, and of course the Portuguese-American community is a big part of that here in the village of Mineola. So I'd like to present each member of the visiting delegation with this pin. We hope that you wear it with pride of the flag of the village of Mineola and the flag of the Republic of Portugal. With that, thank you everyone. Have a good night. If you want to stick around for our hearing, you're more than welcome. If not, enjoy the night. And again, to the fire department, thank you so much for participating, for hosting, for organizing, and for demonstrating. I know that they are very much looking forward to it, as am I. Thank you and have a great night, everyone.